Hello fam, in this video I'll be showing you how I achieved this yarn twist boho bob look on natural hair using the elastic band method. If this is your first time, welcome. For more natural hair and lifestyle videos, be sure to subscribe to this channel and hit the bell so you are notified when I post new videos every single week. You will need some elastic bands, some hair clips, scissors, some combs, some curly hair, some yarn. I will leave a detailed list in the description below on what you need and how much of it. I decided to brush the ends of my yarn, and the reason why is I wanted my ends slightly thinner this time, so I staggered. I kind of pulled a little bit the ends, so it's not like a blunt cut, and then I decided to just brush it out. So when I'm braiding, it's smooth and then it just flows, and you don't have like really blunt or sharp edges. So this is how it was before, and this is how it is after. So the curly hair that I'm using is actually a crochet hair that I got on Amazon. I'll leave the details down below. Of course, you can use any sort of curly hair that you want, whether it's the passion twist sort of hair or the spring. Well, actually, no, not the spring twist. Use something that's got like nice ringlet. Well, that's just my opinion. You can use whatever you want. So I'm dividing each one into 3 pieces. All right, so let's start with our parting. This time I'm just going to be braiding each one. I'm not doing like a pre-parting and then coming back to do the hair. I don't like to spend too much time on it, so it's going to be kind of like jumbo base. Like my base is pretty big. I always do like a ear to ear for my first row, and then I'll just kind of come back and show you each row, but I'm not going to go into too much detail. I'm just going across from one side to the other side. If you want your hair to look like super pro, then you can use some edge control. I'm not doing that at the back because it's just for me and I just don't feel like doing all that work, to be honest. So I do use it at the front because the front, I want my front to look really nice and neat. But if you want that pro look, like professionally done, then go ahead and put some edge control on your partings. That would make your lines look more defined. If you want to kind of see this or want a tutorial on it, let me know. This is my second row. As you can see, my first row is pretty big. My second row is a little bit smaller. And then I just used about that size for the third row and then the fourth row. This is my third row. I know it looks a bit gappy, but it kind of flows at the end. You can do yours a lot smaller if you want, but I don't want to spend too much time on this. So, all right, so let's get into the tutorial. So I'm using the edge control, like I said, for the front, so it looks nice and neat. And just put it all across around the edges of your parting. And you can brush this if you want. I usually just use my fingers. And then divide your hair into 2. Get your yarn. Get your curly hair. Make sure you're moisturizing your hair as well. I personally have moisturized my hair before I started this, but don't forget to moisturize your hair when you're doing a protective style. So put my clip. This is just to hold it down so I can show you the next level. And also another tip as well, when you're doing any sort of protective style, make sure you start with your hair nicely moisturized, nicely deep conditioned. It's just really good to do that. All right, so my hair's the extensions are in the middle, and then I'm just gonna put my hair together, as you can see here, and then I'm using my elastic band to hold the extensions in place. Doing it this way kind of gives you that like knotless braid method as well, so you don't have a knot at the end. It's also easy if you're a beginner, if you don't know how to hold do hair extensions, this is like a very easy method to do. So I hope it's very clear. I'm trying to go very slowly so you see every step so you can understand how to do this, because I really want you guys to understand how to do this, because I at the last video I did, I got some people that didn't quite understand it. So I'm hoping this is showing you exactly what to do. Okay, so now I will just start to twist the hair. Hold it nice and tight at the base and just twist and twist. So now I'm going to take out one strand of the curly hair, pin that away, and then continue with a twist. And then as it twists down, I'm going to bring out the second piece. And again, pin that away. So depending on how much curls you want in this, or how like boho messy kind of look you want, you can put as much, you can take out as much curly hair as you want, either from the top. Okay. Let me show you this part. So this is my hair was kind of sticking out. So I went in and put some edge control on there, twist it down, and then I'm trying to tuck it into the yarn and then continue braiding. So if you have issues blending your natural hair with the yarn, try and do that. Just put some edge control gel or something and braid it down. And you may notice some spikes. Those are actually my yarn, because you know how I didn't have it all at one length. So you can go back and kind of just trim if you see the yarn sticking out in between your twists. Okay, so that's it. So with this method, I twisted like 1, 2, and then I brought the hair out. In the next braid, I'm going to show you how you can just literally bring it out at the start. It's really up to you how you do it. It's just, I did different ways on each one. It's just supposed to be a fun hairstyle. So however you want to do it. I personally prefer like twisting 1, 2, and then bringing out the curly hair. But you can experiment with which look you want. Okay, so again, we are putting our edge control to get that smooth, professional look. And if this is something you don't care about, then just skip this method or skip this stage. Because when you are taking your hair out, if you do use lots of edge control, you will see it. Trust me, you will see the gunk at the ends of your braids. So again, divide the hair into 2. Get your curly hair, get your yarn, get your extensions. Moisturize your hair. Oh, like I said before, make sure you start with your hair after, like, make sure you deep condition your hair. Wash your hair so your hair is nice and clean and nourished before you do any protective style. It's just really good to make sure you do that. And then moisturize your hair as you braid. Okay, so put our extensions in between the hair. You can clip this away. Okay, and then you want to hold the 2 ends of your hair and put your band, your elastic band, your rubber band. So you do want to make sure that when you put the rubber band, it's quite tight. Well, it's securing your hair and the extensions underneath. If it's loose, what happens is when you start twisting, the extensions kind of pull down the rubber band, and so you find that your hair just doesn't look as neat at the bottom, like the base wouldn't be secure. So make sure it does need to be pretty tight, you know, so it's not like hurting your head, but tight. All right, so I am taking the curly hair out at the start this time. and then I'm just twisting. It's one on top of the other, just twisting. If you've got shorter hair, make sure you twist tightly so you really get your hair in there and it's not poking out. Okay, so this video was done about just under a week ago, and with the curly hair, I have started to notice that it's not tangling, but it's not going to feel it feels a little bit dry. So just kind of heads up with this curly hair that I used, it's not going to stay fluffy for very long, from what I can tell, because this has been like a week. I've had this in my hair now, and the curly hair is looking a bit dry. So just to let you guys know, full disclosure. And I'm going to show you this one more time. So that's it for this video, guys. I am loving it. Can you tell by that little dance? All right, so yes, do you like this whole boho messy vibe that this is given? I loved it doing this style. I literally dreamt about it, tried it out, and I'm like, yes, it's a win. All right, so this mousse, I'm using the mousse for the curly hair to kind of help it stay detangled and help it kind of let the curls just keep popping. It's also good for any flyaways you may have on your twist. So yes, use the mousse for the curly hair. Full disclosure about the curly hair, the curls are retained. However, the hair itself does feel a little bit dry, just so you know. Apart from that though, I am loving the hair. Everything looks good. And then I just put some gold accessories to kind of jazz it up slightly. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Until my next video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button if you haven't already, like it and share. All right, guys. Bye.